They say a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. And this particular gun, this rifle, this paragon of pew pew, the Vetteli, known as the Vetteli, blah, blah, I don't even know how to pronounce your damn name, okay? I don't know. I hate this gun's name. The Vetteli 71 Karabiner. It has the field goal as an iron sight, okay? It's like 2 legs, it's 2 buildings, okay? It's horrible, but it goes by many names. And in this video, I'll try to give you not just the stats, you know, the things that you know, but also reasons to use it. Not just the ups and downs to taking it, but also to try and help you see the charm of this weapon. Because it is a charming weapon. Is it Prince Charming riding in on a white horse ready to wake Sleeping Beauty from a magical slumber kind of charming? No, it's not. The Vetteli is like the drunken coal miner, right? It's jumping out of his seat, ready to sing, but he ends up coughing up a lung and falling arse over and breaking a table. And that's the Vetteli, right? What I'm trying to say is it might not be the best thing for you, but it's still kind of entertaining. Sort of. The rifle is a bolt action variant, so it is affected by the iron sharpshooter trait, and it comes with 5 distinct flavors. The basic bitch variant, which is the one you unlock as early as level 6, and it costs no more than $105 hunt, is the one with the infamous iron sights. It's kind of like aiming between a goalpost, and much like missing the goalpost, you're gonna hate life when you do, and you're gonna miss a lot, because these iron sights. It fires regular ammo at 410 meters per second, which is just a step up from the basic Winfield, but the rate of fire lets you pump out bullets at a healthy pace. 42 rounds per minute, actually, which is quite speedy. It's actually faster than the Mosin or Lebel, so it's quite quick, and it can be good for suppressing fire or just fishing for that lucky headshot. The effective range is 203 meters, which puts it ahead of the Winnies or Winfields, but still shy of the long ammo rifles like your Sparks, your Lebel, your Mosin, etc. And at a ripe damage of 130, it's sure to eat away some meds. But what are you supposed to do when you've got a whole slew of rifles that can outgun you at range, like, again, the Mosin Lebels, or, you know, something a little bit closer with the levering will make the Winfields a much quicker, closer, and cheaper loadout. What are you supposed to do when you're in that range? Well, I'll tell you why you would take the Vetteli over those things, and why you would not just, you know, give into despair and just bring a shotgun. Because the Vetteli can keep an entire opposing team pinned down at a decent range with a good rate of fire and a strong ammo pool. That's really what the Vetteli is good at. The Vetteli, because of the rate of fire, is a body shot machine. I don't even aim for the head with the Vetteli. Every other gun and hunt, I aim for the head, but not the Vetteli. You aim for the body shot, baby. Get just 2 quick body taps, mwah, easy peasy. Is the Karabiner efficient at killing your opponents? I mean, it can be, right, if you get good with it, but that's the same with any weapon in Hunt. But no, not in my opinion. What the Karabiner is just be annoying. It's a annoying gun. It even sounds annoying. Listen to this gun shoot and tell me it doesn't even sound annoying. Right? It's like a little ping. It's the whole ping. It's just an annoying bloody weapon, and it's very good at what it does in that particular guard. And then if you give it iron sharpshooter and you can stay down the iron sights while firing, you can keep an entire team pinned. It's very good at keeping things pinned. So while you may not initially like the Vetteli, I'm just calling it the Karabiner, just deal with it. While you might not initially like the Karabiner, neither will the people you play against. They're not going to like it either. And that's the secret ingredient of this gun, right? It's the raisin in the sausage. It's the secret ingredient, baby. It's the Palpatine meme, you know? A surprise, to be sure. The other variants currently available for the gun, including the Deadeye variant, for when the iron sights are just entirely incompatible with your lifestyle choice, much like... Oh my goodness, I hate them. And like most scopes that benefit from the Deadeye Scopesmith trait, the Vetteli Deadeye is similar in stats to the standard version, with the exception of a slight price hike to 130 Hunt Buckaroos. The Marksman variant is just a longer distance version of the Deadeye scope, and it can let you land that first shot on someone's head, potentially taking a player out of the fight a lot earlier on. But medium ammo being medium ammo, you may prefer the Deadeye, because it's just a matter of personal taste, really. The Marksman, clocking in at $190 Hunt is the most expensive variant of the 3. It also benefits from the Marksman Scopesmith trait. The Silence Vetteli Karabiner is the newest addition, actually, and it deserves a special mention because it changes the iron sights of the gun completely, and these iron sights are very clean. However, the trade-off for the super clean iron sights is that you now have a bullet it's very slow. It's a very slow bullet, and if you put FMJ on this thing, you probably have better luck posting the bullet to them. Here's a very good example. Please pay attention to how far I have to lead this round on this silenced FMJ Karabiner. Anyway, the addition of a silencer to the already formidable rate of fire makes the gun pretty scary in the right hands, actually. Because it's silenced, you've got no idea where it comes from, and it fires very quickly. But again, you've really got to lead your targets because it drops it to 200 meters plus. And solo players can get a lot of mileage out of this one to great success. The reduced muzzle velocity of 280 meters per second, it feels sluggish, it feels like a Derringer, because it kind of is, and it does make hitting moving targets on a traversable axis at longer range highly unreliable until you get used to it. The effective range is also reduced to a mere 133 meters. When bullets start raining in your direction at the Vetteli's rate of fire with no discernible angle of attack and your health bars are dropping like panties at a boy band concert, you'll swiftly attempt to breach and enter any discernible mound or door or anything that you can put between you and the opponent. In fact, you may as well just climb into your own asshole for safety. And doesn't that just sound like something you'd pay $150 to visit on your opponents? I think it does. Oh, and the Vetteli Bayonet. Let's not forget, the gun's got a bayonet. It's a thing. It's a thing. It exists. It's got more sway on the gun that's reliant on it. It's accuracy. It's got sway. I don't really like it. And when you're busy putting bullets downrange in high quantities, and it can stab. Look, it's not great. That's really what it does. It shoots bullets. It stabs. It does the stab. It does the shoot. It does the pew. Look, it's not great. Okay, it's like that one friend you had in grade school who ate all the mozzarella sticks. You know the one. They seemed like fun at the time, but turned out about as sharp as a bowling ball and about as useful as a marzipan dildo. In my opinion, it's not worth the $155. Just shave $5 off the price and get the silenced Vetteli instead. Don't waste your time. A short word on the custom ammo available, actually, because I've got to mention this. I've got to touch on it briefly. You've got Incendiary, which combined with the rate of fire is pretty good for lighting people on fire as far as that goes, if that's your thing, but really don't bother, because if you're going to be hitting people twice, use a real bullet and just kill them. Don't set them on fire. That's my policy anyway. Otherwise, save the Incendiary stuff for the barrels, because you can one-tap a barrel at range, but really at that point, it's just kind of gimmicky, but your mileage may vary. The Incendiary rounds cost an additional $30 to your rifle, but no changes to your muzzle velocity or effective range. Really, all it's going to do is just show where you're firing from, and that's why there's probably not going to be any footage with me with Incendiary rounds, because you and your Incendiary rounds. If you've got high velocity rounds, however, which I use frequently, which at $90 will turn your Vetteli into a slightly more expensive Centennial without the levering issues. At 610 meters per second, the long range aiming suddenly becomes a lot easier to handle. However, even though it's a slightly more expensive Centennial, you do have that sweet, sweet rate of fire, which is just mwah. The silenced version goes up to 350 meters per second, which makes a slightly more accessible packs, and it makes it easy to hit moving targets. But you're still somewhat hampered by the 133 meter effective range. And then finally, there's the FMJ, the full metal jacket, which basically turns your silenced Vetteli, or any variant really, into a Derringer, taking up a large slot. It only costs $4,500, and it does increase your effective range to 236 meters for the standard and 147 for the silenced. And I guess it penetrates walls a lot better, which is true, but at 350 meters per second for the standard, moving targets become challenging. Like I said, slightly better packs, and at 240 meters per second for the silenced version, you're almost better off throwing decoys at people. Honestly, just mail them the bullet, it'll get there faster. Generally speaking, the silenced Vetteli with FMJ becomes a hipster gun, where the aim is not to simply kill people, but dunk on them by killing them with such a hard-to-use weapon that they know they're being shot on from a great height. Which in itself is a selling point to some of those of you out there. You know who you are! Anyway, that's the Vetteli, the Karabiner. Pretty good, like the weapon. Use it, don't really care. Glad this video is done. My god, never again. Get out of my sight, Karabiner. We have another medium gun coming for another video soon. In fact, it's a medium gun that you might actually want to use with the Karabiner. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? Whatever, Crytek change their guns all the time. I'm probably going to be remaking this in 6 months. Okay, cool. Love you. Bye!